Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host with the most, as always, Francois878. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new fist weapons introduced in update 17.5, known as the Tekko. Now, my personal opinion and first impressions of this weapon aren't very good. And that is simply because I'm not a big fan of fist weapons in Warframe. I feel like there are other melee weapon types out there that allow you to have a much longer reach and be able to put a little bit of space between you and the person that you're meleeing, such as a sword or a staff or pretty much any other type of weapon. And so the fists have always they're a little bit too, like, in your face for me personally. That being said, the Tekko fist weapons are pretty good stat-wise. They deal 45 base damage, primarily in slash, and it has a 30% crit chance, which is the highest crit chance of any weapon, of any melee weapon in the game, which is insane. Which means with True Steel, you will be able to achieve a 48% crit chance. So obviously, the build that I'm going to show you in just a few seconds is going to focus on Berserk and that incredible attack speed bonus that you're going to get from that. Honestly, you don't even need Fury. Most builds, I like to have Fury and Berserk on just to supplement my attack speed. You don't even need it, honestly. Now this is my Grineer build here. We've got Berserker, we've got Organ Shatter, which is of course your crit damage increase. With Organ Shatter, you're doing 4 times the normal damage when you crit, which is absolutely needed. The base damage on this weapon is a little low. Then you have True Steel, which is, of course, your crit chance. You have Spoiled Strike just for more flat damage. Then I have Shocking Touch, and I have Pressure Point in the Mod Polarity slot. And then I have Molten Strike, and then I have Virulent Scourge. So I'm doing radiation damage and toxic damage. That is because with the crit build, I couldn't fit 4 elemental mods on, so I have to kind of adjust and deal with what with what room I have left. Toxic damage is the best single element elemental damage type for Grineer. Now this is my Corpus build here. Again, Shocking Touch. Except now I've got Northern Wind to make magnetic damage, and again, Virulent Scourge for more toxic damage. Now, the stance mod that I have equipped as well to all 3 of these builds is Seismic Palm. The new stance that was introduced in update 17.5, Gaia's Tragedy, will also naturally fit the Tekko with no formas. This is a 0 forma build. I didn't have to mess with it at all, which is why the pressure point is in a weird spot. For this last build, this is going to be your Corrupted and your Infested build. I've got Shocking Touch and Fever Strike to make corrosive damage, and then to finish it off, I have Volcanic Edge for a little bit of fire damage. Now, your status chance on this weapon is pretty piss poor. You're not going to have a whole lot of status chance. I believe 16% with the builds that I just showed you, so nothing spectacular there. But with a 48% chance to crit, and with Berserker on, you are going to be hitting very quickly, and you're going to be critting very often, which is absolutely what this weapon needs. That being said, it's probably the best fist weapon in the game. There's not a whole lot of good fist weapons to begin with, honestly. but the Tekko are definitely pretty respectable. Their crazy good crit chance definitely puts them at an advantage over a lot of the pre-existing ones, for sure. And once you slap Berserk on there, it is a really great weapon, a really fast hitting weapon, and that's really what you need in a fist weapon. You really need to hit as frequently as you can to kind of counteract the fact you have to get in people's face. You want to minimize the time you spend in their face by hitting them more quickly, more frequently. But yeah, that's about it for the Tekko. Not my favorite melee weapon that they've ever added, but a fairly respectable new set of fist weapons. Check out different stances as well. The Gaia's Tragedy, I'm not 100% sure where it drops from, but I didn't particularly feel like farming it out before doing this video. And Seismic Palm seems like a sufficient... you know, the combos are fairly easy to perform, so I just went with Seismic Palm just to make my life a little bit easier. But if you know, this weapon is definitely one that you'd recommend throwing a Forma or two into, you know, just for fun, just to kind of straighten everything out and make your mods all pretty. But thank you guys very much for coming. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section how you would build your Tekkos. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host with the most, as always, Francois878.